Arsenal so far this season, you can tell they are doing everything right for a team that wants to win the Premier League title in terms of defending well, controlling games, coming from behind to win games. Like they are doing everything right. But I just feel they need to get a striker, like someone that can give them 11 to 15 goals before the season ends, because getting a proper number 9 like that will stay with you for a very long period of time, that can give you 25 Premier League goals, will be difficult to get in the January transfer market, as no team in Europe will want to sell their key players. Someone like an Osimhen in Napoli, that if he comes to the Premier League, the way Arsenal are playing, creating so many chances, Osimhen will score goals. Getting that kind of striker will be very difficult. No team will want to sell their key players in the January transfer market. But Arsenal actually need to just get a number 9. Someone like a Solanke or the Watkins. These are players that are not elite level, but they can carry you through as the season progresses. They can give you double figures. I feel Arsenal this January transfer market just need to go out there and bring in that striker that can give them double figures from now till the season ends. Because Martinelli so far has not really hit the ground running in terms of Premier League goals this season. He has two, but last season he scored 15 Premier League goals. Saka, you can say, is having a slow start. Saka has 5 Premier League goals, but last season he finished the season with 14. Nketiah, who is like the second striker in the team, has 5 Premier League goals. Odegaard this season, I think Odegaard has 4 Premier League goals, but last season Odegaard scored 15 Premier League goals. So you can see, in terms of scoring goals, they are really not scoring much. But again, you can say, oh, that's a good thing, whereby all the goals are being shared around, like different players are scoring goals. But the way, for me, my own opinion, I feel yes, it's a good thing. But I always believe there should be that one player that is actually outscoring the others. Yes, it's good when everyone in a team is scoring, but you should have that one player that is really scoring lot of goals. Few seasons when Liverpool won the league, you can tell Firmino will contribute. Firmino wasn't scoring as much as Salah. Mane wasn't scoring as much as Salah. Like, those guys were not scoring as much as Salah. Salah was still the one that had the crazy numbers, was still the one scoring a lot of goals, but their numbers were still good. Like, Mane was doing good numbers, Firmino was doing good numbers. So that season, you could tell Liverpool had everything. Could say it was complete in terms of the midfield was solid, the defense line was solid, the front three was very solid. But I don't think Arsenal has like a Mohamed Salah. I don't think Saka can go on to do what Mohamed Salah was doing a few seasons ago. I don't think Saka has that in him to score those kind of goals. Saka will score goals, but I don't think he will score those kind of goals like a Mohamed Salah. Martinelli as well. I don't think Martinelli will score those kind of goals like Mohamed Salah. So they need to actually start stepping up, because if there's anything that could limit Arsenal from not getting the league title this season, I feel it will just come down to two reasons, just two factors for me. Because when I look at them, everything seems complete apart from just these two factors in terms of they control games, they come back from behind to win games, the midfield is solid, the defense line is solid, the front three, they are okay, they are decent, but I still feel they need that number 9. That's another thing that I feel, one factor that will affect them. Not having that number 9 that can give them, like in this general transfer market, not having that number 9 that can give them 11 to 15 goals would be a problem for them, and maybe injury issue. That's another factor that can affect Arsenal. But apart from that, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything that can affect them, because last season Arsenal had everything complete. They were scoring goals, controlling the game well, defending well, the midfield was solid, everything was complete for Arsenal. But they lost the league due to just lack of experience, pressure, and also injury played a factor. But that lack of experience and pressure, I think Arsenal has sorted that out. They can tell they don't play with fear anymore. They can tell they play with much experience now. So they have that sorted out already. And injury was what affected them last season. And that's why I said if there's anything that will affect Arsenal from not winning the league title this season, it's just injury to key players and not having that striker that can come in and just do that 11 to 15 goals. Someone like an Ollie Watkins, like I said, a Solanke, not an elite player per se, because it will be difficult to get one. If Saka and Martinelli and Odegaard can go back to their best, the way they were last season, then there could be the difference. If they can actually go back to their best, the way they were last season, that could be the difference for them. Because now you can tell those, because the goals they scored last season, that's a lot. Scoring 15 Premier League goals, like when you have 3 players in your team scoring double figures, when you're defending well, your midfield is okay, that's enough for you to, that's good for you to win the Premier League when everything is solid. Like when you're defending well, you're controlling games well, your midfield is solid, and you have people scoring goals. That's good for you to win the Premier League titles, because Arsenal had everything last season. Everything, they had it on the lockdown last season until they had the injury issue. And this season, Martinelli need to actually step up. It's not good enough. Having just 2 Premier League goals is not good enough. He needs to step up. Saka as well need to step up. Yes, you can say for Saka it's a slow start. He has 5, but he actually need to go back to how his best last season. Odegaard as well need to start scoring goals, going back to his best last season. Gabriel Jesus, you can tell he does the job. Gabriel Jesus he's that player that he's a workaholic. You can see how he comes to the midfield, he wins the ball, he carries the ball, he's very quick feet inside the box. But Gabriel Jesus is not that striker that will give you 20 Premier League goals. He's not that person that will give you 20 Premier League goals. But for what he does for the Arsenal team, that is very good. It's still very good. But Arsenal need to go in this January transfer market, because getting a 25 Premier League goal striker, it will be very hard. You just need someone that will bring 11 to 15 goals, and I feel that could be a major difference for them this season. That could really push them if all their players stay fit. If nobody gets injured, like if key players stay fit in the team, and they bring in someone in this January transfer market that can bring 11 to 15, I think that will be very close for them. Honestly, that will be a difference for them. And if you actually look at the league table as well, Spurs have scored more goals than them. Man City have scored more goals than them. Aston Villa have scored more goals than them. Liverpool have scored more goals than them. Arsenal and Liverpool have considered the same amount of goals. I think they've considered the least goals, but Arsenal have kept the more clean sheets, followed by Liverpool. So you can tell, like I said, Arsenal defensively they are solid. Midfield wise, they are good, but that front 3, especially Martinelli and Saka, Gabriel Jesus, they need to step up and start scoring goals. They need to start scoring goals, because Liverpool have Salah, and Salah is already on double figures. Nunes and Diaz are really not firing. Liverpool, the midfield is really not solid, but their defense line is solid, and they have Salah. So that could be a difference for them. That could really carry them. The fact that Salah stays fit and is scoring goals, and their defense line is good, and their midfield they'll be able to manage the situation this season as compared to last season. They'll be able to manage it, and they are still very close. So that could be a big difference for them. That could be a big difference for them. The fact that they have Salah, that could be a big difference, because Salah is already on double figures. They can tell Salah can go on to do, last season I think he did 18. They can go on to do almost 20 this season. But Arsenal, I feel there's anything that will affect this Arsenal team now as we go towards the end of the season, it could be the lack of not having that striker that can give them 11 to 15 Premier League goals, and maybe injuries to key players. And that's it for me, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. And a Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you very much.